What's up, guys? It's Mirage here, Talk Tuesday. Today we're going to talk about, I asked some people for suggestions, and Trevino actually had a really good one, so shout out to you, Trevino. He said, talk about how to be motivated to continue to create content even when you are not getting many responses. So first of all, I want to dive into the word content, because a lot of people still don't think of themselves as a brand. And there's a guy, wait a minute, actually, this book right here, Gary Vaynerchuk, amazing dude. If you haven't heard of him, you're probably sleeping under a rock. He talks about this concept of everybody is a brand now. In 2019, everybody, so even if you're not an entrepreneur, even if you don't sell music, sell anything, do anything, like, you represent yourself as a brand. Everybody is a brand now. So Trevino's in a great place already using words like content, because there's still a lot of people that don't understand that. Side note, for those of you that post Facebook memes, if you don't want your brand to be Facebook memes, stop posting Facebook memes. I guess the biggest thing when it comes to engagement, because that's really what Trevino is talking about, the biggest thing is content creation. And in order to do that, you have to recognize who your audience is. And everybody's audience is different. So you have to think about, because once you recognize and know who your audience is, then you can start to make content that is going to get their attention. So this brings me to another thing. When it comes to music, there are so many artists who are spamming people their music in 2019. Why? Don't spam your music to people. That doesn't work, okay? You have to find your audience. So I don't know who your audience is. If you make trap music, if you make R&B, don't send somebody who loves country music a hip hop song. They not gonna love it. Unless it's, I got a drop top in the back, something hat. I don't know what he says, but listen, unless it's that song, they're not gonna like it. Don't spam people music, don't spam people anything for that matter. Find your audience, create content that interests them, and you'll know because you'll start to get interest. So I'd say that's part of it. To answer your question, Trevino, is creating content in the first place, knowing what to create. I think another part of that is how to put your content out there. So some content works better for certain platforms than others. You got YouTube, you got Facebook, you got Instagram, you got Twitter, you got Snapchat, you got 50 other ones I didn't mention. I would say to pick two to start with. Pick two that you really want to be strong with and start working with those. If you pick Instagram, it's going to be mainly picture and video, which is actually great because a lot of the world revolves around video right now. So you want to create dynamic, interesting video that really tries to unpack your brand and what it is you want to do. The other thing is, if you know, Facebook has its thing. They all have kind of their niches and what they're really, really good at. Snapchat is amazing on a low-key reason. So Snapchat, you know, you got the little 6-second. If you post it, so you could post a minute-long video, but it breaks it up into 6 seconds. One of the things that's really interesting about Snapchat that people are not talking about in all of my research is that you can see audience retention. So if you have a minute-long video and you see the numbers are at like 50 at the beginning of the video, and then in the middle of the video they're at like 10, then you lost 40 people. Now, yes, maybe 40 people were busy and just were trying to tap through it, or maybe 40 people were doing something else, but maybe, just maybe, the content you're making is boring and they don't want to sit through it, so you lost 40 people after the first 2 snaps. That's important information, because that's what's going to teach you how to make great content. Because here's the thing, the biggest killer of branding and creating good content is a yes man. That's the biggest killer. Because the truth is, you can always get better, you can always sharpen your sword. You don't need someone around telling you how great you are all the time. You gotta understand what you can work on and how you can get better. You know, you don't want to listen to everybody either, but you got to pick the people. So create a circle around you of people that you trust, that you're willing to accept this kind of information from, Because that's important, because you need to know, okay, that sucked. Or is this dope? Okay, this is dope. Okay, this is dope and this sucked. Stick with the dope stuff, cut the fat. That is the simplest way I can put it. Every day at 5 o'clock, Dragon Ball Z came. I think it was every day. I don't remember. At 5 o'clock, I was in front of my TV, sitting Indian style, crisscross applesauce, waiting for the show to start. And that was because they had a regularly scheduled program. I knew when it was on, I knew where to be, I knew what channel it was on, I knew how long the episode was, I knew all that. When you're creating content, you want to make sure that you know and understand how often you want to put out stuff. Really, you should be putting out stuff daily. Where to put it and when to put it up. And then try to have it in a regular, so with my stuff, you have Motivation Monday, Talk Tuesday, Watch Party Wednesday, Throwback Thursday, Free Verse Friday, so on and so forth. You don't have to have names for your days either. That's just something that I do that seems to work well with the people that like my stuff. But you can do your own thing. You don't have to have a name for it. You can just do something on a regularly scheduled time that people start to pick up on, and then they get excited and they start anticipating whatever that thing is. So that's a big deal. That's something that you definitely want to start doing. I would say, to sum up everything, create good content, be consistent, and I already said post consistently. See, I'm losing I should write this stuff down. We have paper right here. Post consistently, post dope content. Yeah, I'd say that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So like 5 things in a short amount of time. And my handwriting is really, really bad. Nobody judge me, please. So I got post consistently, post dope content, find your audience, find their schedule, and trim your circle, talking about the people that are yes men. Those are the 5 things that I would recommend Trevino and everybody else who was interested in that question. Please drop a comment and let me know of a topic that you want me to talk about for the next Talk Tuesday next week, so I can consider that as a topic. Let's do this like Free Verse Friday, where just a bunch of people drop something that they are interested in talking about. Until next week, peace.